Hey guys, welcome to Algo Forces. So today we will be doing Leetcode problem number 1014, that is best sightseeing pair. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll first of all go through the description of the problem. I'll explain the problem. Then I'll just go through the I'll go through the examples and explain the approach, and then we will jump to the coding part. Okay. So let's start. It is saying that you are given an integer array of values where values of I represents the value of ith sightseeing spot. Okay. So it says that let's say you are given you will be given array like this, and at each point you will be given a value which is the value of a particular index I, right? Then it says that two sightseeing spots I and j have a distance j minus I between them, right? So this is fine. So let's say there are there are two indexes, that is 1 and 0. So it will be having distance of 1. So this is what is it is trying to say. And then it is saying that the score of a pair I less than j of a sightseeing spots is value of I plus value of j plus I minus 1. That is the sum of values of the sightseeing spots minus the distance between them. Okay, so let's say we are taking index 0 and index 4. Okay, that is 8 and 6. So here the score will be 8 plus 6 plus the distance between them is 4, right? That is because it is index 4 minus index 0. So here the score will be 14 minus 4, that is 10. Okay, so this is what it is trying to say. Okay, so now I'll try to explain you the example, and then I'll explain you the solution as well. Okay. Okay, so let's start with this example, that is 81526, and this is the formula value of I plus value of j plus I minus j. So what will be the brute force approach here? So brute force approach will be, I will for each of the index, I'll compare this index with all the elements after that particular index, and I will try to find out the max score. That is, for 8 and 1 I will do, then for 8 and 5 I will do, 8 and 2 I will do, 8 and 6 I will do, then again from 1 and 5, 1 and 2, 1 and 6. Okay, but that would be n square. So that would definitely give us time limit exceeded error, right? Because the maximum value of the length can also be in 10 raised to 4 or maybe greater than that. So this will give us limit exceeded error. So is it possible that we might store some computations, that is we can use dp in this question? So let's try to have such a way that we can store some computation and we can traverse the array only once. So let's see this formula if we can do something based on this formula. So here you can see one thing, that can you split this formula into two, that is value of I plus I and value of j minus j, so that for each of the element I can store one computation, that is element at index plus index and element at index minus index. We can do it like that, right? So basically I will have two computations, value of index plus index and value of index minus index, and then we will add both of them, and I will try to find out the maximum solution. So let me just show you what I want to say is, let's say I'm on index 1, index 0, and the value is 8. So 8 plus 0 is 8. Then I'm on index 1. So 1 plus 0 is 1. Then I'm on here. Sorry, 1 plus 2 is 2. Then I'm here. 5 plus 2 is 8 again. Sorry, 5 plus 2 is 7. Then 2 plus 3 is 5. And 6 plus 4 is 10. Right. So this is value of 5 plus I. And then I will also have value of j minus j. So 8 minus 0 is 8 again. Then 1 minus 0 is 1 minus 1 is 0. Then comes 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. Then comes 2. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Then comes 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. So basically, instead of having two instead of having a pair, we are splitting it so that we can have individual computation for each of the element. So basically we are not looking for pairs, we are just looking for individual elements, and then we will combine them to form a pair, right? So okay, so here I should be less than j, I should be less than j, that is the constraint we have to remember here. So basically, so if we are taking the first element, then it should be value of I plus I. So that is the first computation, and then value of j minus j will be the second computation, right? Okay, so for this element, that is 8. So let's say we are having 8 as the first element. So here, if we are having 8 as the first element, so we have to see value of I plus I for 8. So we are seeing 8 here. And now we want to find the second element, right? And we have to find the second element such that the the total sum, the total score will be the maximum. Now, when will be the total score maximum for this element 8? Only when the second element which we find out, right, that is value of j minus j, if it is the maximum, then the whole score will be maximum, right, for this particular element 8. So which is the maximum element out of all this? We do not have to consider index 0 for sure, right? For this index 0, we cannot consider an element twice. So for 8, we have to we have already considered value of I plus I. Now I'll be considering value of j minus j. We have to consider it from here. So what is the maximum? It is 3, right? So 8 plus 11, it is, sorry, 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay, so you yourself can find out that can we make another maximized score for this value 8? We cannot, right? Because if you'll consider any of the element, you cannot find a score greater than 11. You can try it yourself. Okay, so basically this is how we will approach it. So for 8 it is 11. Now I will see 2. I will try to find out the maximum score for this 2. So for that the value of j minus j should be maximum. So here it is 2 and the maximum is 5. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Sorry, the maximum is 3 and 2 plus 3 is 5. But we already have 11 which is greater than 5. So we will not update the maximum. Now we will go to the 7. The first value is 7 and the second value is, that is value of j minus j, is the maximum of minus 1 and 2, that is 2. So 7 plus 2 is 9, but we already have 11, so we will not consider it. Then I will go to 5. So the first value of I plus I is 5, and value of j minus j, that is maximum of 2 is 2. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Again 11 is the maximum. Now for here for 6, there is nothing. Sorry, the value for value 6, the value of I plus I is 10, and there is nothing after 6, right? So we will not be considering this value. So what is the maximum here? It is 11. So this is what we wanted, right? So this will be our answer. But here, one more thing is, to find out maximum, we are again traversing through the whole array of value of j minus j. But it will give us time limit exceeded error again, right? So can we just find out the maximum element and maximum element at each index? Yes, right. We can have a postfix array. So let's say instead of this array, I will have another array. Let's say I will start from the back. So for 2, the maximum is 2. For minus 1, the maximum is 2. For 3, the maximum is 3 out of 3 minus 1 and 2. For 0, again, the maximum is 3. And for 8, the maximum is 8. Okay, now let's try to dry run it again. So again, I am saying 8, and at the value of this postfix array at I plus 1, what it is? The value at 1 is 3. So 8 plus 3 is 11. So we have found it, right? Again I'll go for 2. So 2, for 2 it is 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Again it is not the maximum value. For 7, it is 2. So 7 plus 9, 7 plus 2, that is 9. So but again the maximum is 11 only. So this will help us to traverse the array only once, and we will be able to find out our maximum score, right? So I hope this is clear for you. And here the time complexity will be order of n. So we won't be getting the time limit accelerated in this approach. I hope this is clear to you. So now let's jump to the coding part. Okay, so this is our example. Now what all do we need? We need a postfix array. I'll name it as write max equal to new integer values dot length. Okay, so this is that postfix array. And so basically I'll just fill up this postfix array. I will start from the back. Okay. So write max at I, sorry, I will just initialize the write max once, because if I'll try to do math dot max of write max of I plus 1, and then we also need to do values of I minus I. But this will give me some index out of bound array, so I will just start from length minus 2 and I'll just initialize the array values dot length minus 1. It is values of values dot length minus 1 minus values dot length minus 1. Okay, so basically we are having this for value of I minus I computation. Okay, so this will give us the value of I minus I computation, because we are having maximum at each index. Okay, so this is one thing. Now I'll do for second computation. I will start from 0 from here. I less than values dot length minus 1, and then I plus plus. Okay, now my first okay, I'll do it. First value equals to it will be value of I, this will be value of I plus I. Okay, because this is we are doing value of I plus I, and we already have value of I minus I. Okay, so this is the first value, and what will be the second value? It will be write max of I plus 1, right? But here I am taking I plus 1, so this might give us index out of bound, so I will only go till value of length minus 2, right? Because anyways for last element we are having nothing after that particular element, so we will ignore that. Now we also need one, we also need one variable max equals to 0, and at each element I will do math dot max of max and first first computation. I'll just rename it, and this will be second computation. Okay, so this will be first computation plus second computation. Okay, so this will be our max score, and then I will return max. So this is the whole code which we need, and let's just see if there is any errors or anything. Okay, value of length minus 1. So this is fine. Value of length minus 2. Okay, so this is fine here. So let me just, okay, sorry, this is here. Here it should be. No, this is right. This is fine. And then now let's try to run this. It is values. My bad. Okay. So for 1 and 2, values of, have we made any mistake here? Okay. Okay, yes, there is one mistake here. Here it should be less than or equal to, because we want to see all the element except the last element, right? But here we are excluding, if I'll do this, we will be excluding last two elements. Now let's try, and yeah, it should work. Okay, now let's try to submit this one. I'll remove this comments. Okay, so this is working. So this is the whole solution. I hope this is clear to you. If you have any doubts, you can comment on the comment section. And okay, so have a great day. Bye bye for now. Please do like and subscribe to my video.